Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to cook omena Kenyan style. So this is just a simple omena recipe. So if you've been wondering how Luos cook omena, today is the day. Let's get started. The first thing you should do while preparing your omena is to salt it so you can remove unwanted things that you won't want in your food. You see, these are the kinds of things I'm talking about. I mean, this food comes from the water bodies, so it is only normal that it can have such. Look, this is a shell. So as we do this, we're also going to boil water because that is what you're going to use to clean the omena. And you've seen the importance of this step. If you don't do it, you will end up with these things in your stomach. Not good. So now that our omena is clean, you see, and I like these small types of omena because they really absorb the oil and they are so tasty. I'm just going to wash my omena. If you always complain that, oh, omena is bitter, omena ni kali, it is because you don't wash it. Is it even washing or soaking? Just dipping them in hot water for a few minutes. You can cover it or leave it at that. So let's prepare our ingredients, and since this is the simplest omena recipe you'll ever find, we're only going to need onions and tomatoes. I'm going to tell you other things that other people usually add, but basically this is the most common way that Luos cook omena. And hey guys, my name is Linda Mary, so welcome to this channel. I also have this series called Cooking with Linda Mary, where I have different recipes. For example, I've done beef stew, kienyeji greens, and I've also done cooking for my guests from morning to lunchtime to evening. I'll link them at the end of this video so you can also watch them if you enjoy cooking. I also do lifestyle vlogs. So you see these kind of tomatoes, they are the best. They are ripe, they are red, and they don't have a lot of water. So we are ready with the ingredients. I'm just going to take the omena out of the water, and I prefer using a fork. Yes, you can use a sieve, but sometimes, as I say, this is something that comes from the water bodies. It can have sand, you see. If you did not get this dirt while sorting them out, they can float in the water. You also get them out. As I was saying, that these omena can have sand. So if you just pour the water and everything, you may end up eating sand. So I just sieve using the fork, and then I drain the excess water before frying it. Let me show you what I was talking about. Do you see that? That is sand. So if I would have just poured it through a sieve, I would have ended up eating sand. So I'm just going to fry the omena, shallow fry it, and I prefer using solid oil. This is a personal preference. You know how expensive oil is, and omena takes up a lot of it. So I prefer to use solid, and then maybe if I have to add, I can also add the liquid one. So allow the oil to be hot. Since the omena soaked up a little bit of water, I prefer to just pour it while standing at a distance because it can burn you. After putting the omena, just spread it and don't turn it because it will break. Just leave the down part to be extremely brown before you turn it like this. And you can turn the other side and then leave it for some time, and then just keep turning until it becomes golden brown and crunchy before you add your onions. This is what I'm talking about. It is brown and crunchy, and apologies, I didn't know the phone was not recording while I put the onions, but that is the point. You put the onions and then give it a few more minutes so the onions can also cook, and then you add your tomatoes. And I like putting some salt to just allow the tomatoes to cook properly. And then you're going to turn it, cover it, let the tomatoes cook under low heat. After transferring the omena to a smaller burner, I proceeded to cook my ugali. This is what people eat omena with. I don't know if people eat omena with other things, but now I kept checking on the omena, kept turning it, allowing the the tomatoes to keep cooking until they become extra soft. Some people also use garlic while preparing omena. They add it after the onions. Some people also add capsicum or coriander. But as I mentioned, this is the most common way that Luos cook ugali. So let me show you how you can tell that your omena is ready. Do you see the oil bubbling? Yeah, that's how you can tell, because before at this point, You will just see the tomato soup or water, which sometimes makes omena sour. So you let it get to this point. And finally, our omena is ready. It is yummy. I really enjoyed this meal. It is so tasty. Just try it. This is just the simplest, and you don't need anything else. Just onions, tomatoes, and oil. And thank you so much for watching this video. Look at my other videos on my Cooking with Linda Mary series, or check out my other lifestyle vlogs, and see you in my next video. Bye bye. Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight.